Gadir, a Christian woman from Bethlehem, believes that Bethlehem is worth being discovered. In fact, the city was largely Christian until 1947. Today, however, less than 40% of its 30,000 inhabitants are Christians. For this reason, a simple and small guide has been created to help keep the city's cultural, social, and religious heritage alive. It is like a trip to the past.
Takes the tourists in 3 different routes within the Historic City Center in Bethlehem to know more the cultural aspects and history.
A mix of traditions. In Bethlehem, you have to dive in, get lost in the various hosh among endless climbs and descents, between houses and hidden courtyards to find out that the legacy of the Ottoman era and that little world are still palpitating.
The heritage route, it starts with Tarajme Quarter and then all the main neighborhoods in Bethlehem that describes the 7 different clans within the Historic City Center, which reflects a different point of view and different architectural style and culture, and even the habits differ from one clan to another. UNESCO World Heritage Site, that's the pilgrimage route, and then the Nativity Church, and the cultural route going through the educational and NGOs and different associations situated within the Historic City Center. And the last route, that's the most interesting for me, talking about Bethlehemites in Jerusalem that were once coming from the diaspora, investing their money in properties within the New Jerusalem.
A lively and fascinating atmosphere pervades the old town. There, it is also easy to find small shops where tradition, combined with flavors and colors, manages to survive.
The family migrated to Colombia and they brought the coffee and the idea of coffee and coffee mill from Colombia and brought it to here. So they were from the first families bringing coffee to the area of Bethlehem.
A special guide. The description of the itineraries as well as its illustrations and suggestions give readers and travelers an opportunity to visit and admire the city of the Savior with the eyes of its inhabitants.
This is very important guidebook because it invites the tourists to the Historic City Center to learn more about the locals living in Bethlehem. And on the other hand, it regenerates the Historic City Center, and we think through this regeneration we can protect and preserve what's left from the traditional houses in Bethlehem.